Alrighty, so we have the McFarlane Gaming Edition Paladin Danse figure. Been waiting on this one. I've actually had it for a few days now. Just been trying to find a good time to actually make a video. So this, I'm pretty sure, is just a reskin of the TV show T60 that they did. I actually have it on the shelf. I should have grabbed it. Doesn't look like they've really added anything new. And what's interesting is that one came with a super sledge. This one, I'm not seeing a weapon of any kind, but there is the hand like he's holding a pistol. So maybe I'm blind, but unlike the other one, this one, it's an actual molded head with a removable helmet, which I don't know if that really looks like Paladin Danse. Kind of reminds me of the guy that played Jigsaw in, oh my god, The Punisher. But he's also got like a 5 o'clock shadow, so we will see. Oop. But yeah, so I got this from Amazon. I remember I was like, oh, okay, it's on Amazon. And right after I pre-ordered it, it was already sold out. I know people were finding it at the Target store. I sadly could not find it. The Targets around me, every time I look, I just cannot find a single thing. I don't really care for these boxes, so if I damage the box, it's not the end of the world here. I see 3-0 just announced a T60 figure, and it's rusted armor. Looks pretty cool. Again, those figures are about $450, and it's not that I'm 100% against paying that money, but I just think we have these power armor figures, that's good enough for me. And honestly, I mean, this is like, what, 7.5, 8 inches tall, so that's plenty fine. The paint job, I'm looking now. I think it's the same minus the obvious Brotherhood of Steel emblem, the red trim. Everything else appears to be the same. And again, I'm not seeing a weapon of any kind, but he's got... Why would you give them different hands? Accessories. If you're not gonna give them a weapon, that is really odd to me. Let me get this figure out of here. Alrighty, so out of the box, got nice weight, just like the other one. Paint job, again, it doesn't look the worst. Doesn't look super amazing or anything. I think this was what, $30? Not bad for what it is. I was wrong. I thought the helmet would just slide over the head. You actually do have to take the head off. And of course, if I remember correctly, this backpack shouldn't be the worst. It's not like the Play-Doh poop armor one. That backpack was ungodly annoying to put on. So this one, you can kind of hear. I just don't want to hit that turning wheel. But good God, you really got to put some thumb strength into there. There's still a gap, so that can't be fully right? Is there supposed to be a gap? Oh well, good enough. And yeah, we'll just pop the head off here. And so yeah, you see, would be definitely a little cooler if you could just slip it over the head. That'd be pretty cool, pretty neat. So there you have Paladin Danse and the T60 power armor. I think articulation is just about what you do. Hey, that's cool. They even painted the knees, although kind of chipped paint, so that kind of sucks. So he's got the viewfinder down. You know, with these, I've always kind of been like, what is the pose? I think I've kind of stuck with doing like this kind of pose. So, I mean, unless I'm just blind, I'm not seeing a weapon. Now, the NCR Ranger came with some different weapons, but I don't think these are scaled correctly because here's the T-45. Sorry, that's my cat playing with her toy. Here is the T-45, infamously known as poop armor. I guess it's scaled pretty correctly. I know one is from the game and one is from the show. Well, you know what? Now, let me correct myself. They're both from the video games, but the model they used for this, well, yeah. I mean, it's, in my opinion, a little bit more of a realistic look on the T60, like off the show, but again, from the show, it's basing it off the game. So maybe these are scaled correctly to each other, because here is, let's just do old Joshua Graham here, I guess. Let's move this guy over here. I guess that makes sense, because your feet are like right there. Okay, you know what? Okay, maybe it is scaled. That's not too bad. Well, then that should be pretty good. I don't know why I thought they weren't scaled right, but it actually doesn't look bad. So if that's the case, and they're scaled correctly, because like at least the T-45 came with a little pistol, you'd think, because if I remember correctly, Paladin Danse uses a laser rifle. It's been a minute since I've played Fallout 4, but I thought I remember him using a laser rifle. So that would have been a little nice to have. And again, it's not like I'm sitting here dogging on it. It has good enough articulation. The paint is not too bad. And the trim, it's just, why give me alternate hands and no weapon? There were some alt weapons that came with the NCR Ranger, so I might see how that looks, but like, give me the huge assault rifle, something, you know, that would be pretty cool. But yeah, this will probably be the pose I leave him in, honestly. I mean, I could even like do that and then have this one. I remember this one's articulation kind of pissed me off last time because it's so freaking tight. Just like, you know, make it look like they're fighting. This one, man, I really just cannot recommend this one. This one and the other one that's just the base T60 paint, I would 100% recommend. You got to be aware that unless you have the perfect scaled weapons that this could hold, it's just going to be bare figure, no weapons. So alrighty, pretty cool. I think it might be restocked on Amazon, but you can always check GameStop. But until next time, that is going to be it. I'm out.